Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
Keep our heads about this. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean.
Future champion coming through.
Hello, Lucan.
Big match today. It all comes down. Ready for a shot at
I certainly am.
Brilliant.
Yes, Natty.
Then let.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Incendio.
Mind the one. Brilliant. Give them all four. Arrest the momentum.
Incendio. Accio. Levioso.
Expelliarmus.
They made it
Yes, I'm ready now.
through.
Levioso. Stupid.
Arrest the momentum.
Accio. Stupid one. Come on, Levioso. Stupid one. Accio. Stupid one. Stupid one. Stupid one. There goes my way. Levioso. Accio.
Expelliarmus.
Stupid one. Stupid one.
Act like a winner.
Levioso. Stupid one. Accio.
It was mostly luck.
Please, you wouldn't have got this far on. Now, to the victor goes the prize!
Thank you.
You earned it! You are. Now that we've definitively crowned. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing.
Lost to a new student? I didn't see that coming.
Hello, Lucan.
Excellent idea.
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. If you need to stop.
Accio, Incendio. Accio, Incendio, Levioso.
Nicely done.
Accio, Incendio.
Excellent form.
Accio, Incendio. Levioso. Accio.
Oh.
Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
That's it. Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
Thanks, Lucan. You've been a great...
Oh, stop. Don't make... Seriously, well done. Training dummy. Even though you won the tournament already,
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Hello there. In the market for potions, are we? Very good. Never hurts to keep my stocks replenished. I hope to see you again. Farewell.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. Levioso. Incendio. Incendio. Accio.
This could prove dangerous.
Lumos. Revelio.
Lumos.
Revelio.
Lumos.
이게 다야? 뭐야?
Accio. Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio! Revelio.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your
Revelio.
guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
But Mummy! Archie, I don't have time to argue. I've told you repeatedly not to stray far from home. Especially when I'm inside with your little sister.
But you should see them, Mummy.
Revelio.
Beautiful. These horses with wings.
That's enough. I'm too tired for your story today. You stay right here where I can see you. Now.
Very well, Mummy.
You shall hold that wand still.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi, and this is...
What do you have for sale?
I'll have no trouble selling this. Thank you. I hope to see you again sometime.
Revelio.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for where. I never thought it'd come to this. Beyond...
They attacked you.
When I said as much, they turned on me. Struck me till I nearly passed out.
Has Ranrock's lot ever...
They've been taunting and threatening me for a while. Things have taken a much darker turn of late. Ramrock assumed that all goblins would agree to follow him, but he was wrong. Many of us would like a diplomatic end to the discord with wizard kind.
I'm sorry this happened to you.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their... I did enchant the carts to slim though the chances may be. I'm old in... It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Revelio. After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn.
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
Hello, can I help?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes, my name is Grace Pinch Smedley. I was hoping someone would come along soon. You see, I need to...
Diving into the lake sounds...
Splendid!
What do you need help with?
Years ago, my grandfather, they never...
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
Father was so distraught that a treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could...
It sounds dangerous.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may... I've cross-referenced the vessel's last... My best guess is that it's just over there. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
They must have come this way. Think! They say you're hard to hit, but that
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Your life ends here. all you want. What? Put me right. Think you're clever, don't you? Well. Not fond of it, suspected. Stop that! Stop it, you stupid fool! This has become personal.
Levioso!
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. Perhaps some nice productions. We can hold them up.
I'm not going anywhere.
You'll take this student on the mind.
Incendiary.
Did you learn that? That's just painful. How productive. What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned some...
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop. She's a travelling vendor. Here's...
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in...
I thought that Merlin and the tales about...
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts.
Fixtures?
I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond.
I can see why you're so interested in
Well then, no one has yet managed to figure... I suspect that Mallowsweet is a
Mallowsweet?
versatile herb. I had just arrived to test my... You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre.
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honour? I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely.
Revelio.
Notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio.
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can...
We can indeed. How does it work? I must review.
Are all of the trials like...
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines, and you should feel free to solve them as you come across them. My guess is that each will also require, which you can find in Hogsmeade. I really must be off. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to
Revelio.
the safety of my notes and books.
Yes. This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is. I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
I trust you didn't find the dive too terribly difficult.
Hello, Grace.
Oh, how incredible!
I did. I hope...
It will. I thank you so much for... You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. Thank you again. And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
Revelio.
어이, 와, 크네. 야.
Revelio. Professor,
I did. I am a proud member. Why do you ask?
I was curious as to how...
I see. Well, the castle itself, as I'm sure you... As for the students, well, although we got up to just as much mischief in my day as you seem to now, I used to look the other way at all. I can tell you, however, that I did once admonish a certain Phineas Nigella's Black for enjoying a sugar quill during a lecture.
I hadn't realized that you and Professor Black were, students here together.
Appearances can be deceiving. You see, I was once wounded by time itself.
I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds horrible.
Ah, well, it was the risk I took with my prior position. You may...
And unspeakable.
As you might suspect, I cannot speak about what we did. Suffice it now, I hope I...
You have.
Keep up with your wand work. One must always be... I hope you were able to take care of everything I had asked.
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn. Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand. Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
Expelliarmus!
You seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life one day.
Expelliarmus! Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Expelliarmus!
Still at it?
Accio! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Revelio.
Might as well be surrounded by...
be worth studying for potions, unless you're anticipating being poisoned.
Revelio.
As far as I can see.
Miserable lout! Your sister has been sat on girls for 3 days, and she's still
I hear Upper Hogsfield is
If you
lovely.
ever put your wand
Is it
into
lovely?
family again,
Well,
mark my
both
word,
of them.
you will.
I really have made a mess.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, but you see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I... Oh,
That sounds brilliant, actually.
thank you. Somehow I don't think that... I'd collect the books and remove the charm myself. Our meat told Madame Scribner they were my books flying. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5.
I suppose I could help if I...
Oh, I'd very much appreciate... If you could collect them and...
Incendio. Revelio.
I sent a love letter to Imelda Razor. I need to catch up on my lessons. Apparently Marenry was having a bit of a poacher problem.
Revelio. Revelio.
Good morning, Professor Garlick.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class.
A little treat for your auntie.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
이게 다예요?
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our
Revelio.
crossing tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or rose?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
What should I be doing?
I'd like you to get some hands on it. They're in the greenhouse, just across...
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian.
Revelio.
He's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
어떻게 던져?
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a dogweed, and Deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time.
Revelio.
I'll see you back in class.
That helpful reminder as to why we should...
The best time to plant a seed is love.
Revelio.
The second best time is now.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pot. It cost me my...
Revelio.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Revelio.
Do you ever wish you could...
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the Ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that.
Revelio. Revelio.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld
Revelio.
can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of...
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Revelio.
Keep your...
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well...
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really. Merlin's beard. Good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it.
Here's the Fwopperfen.
Brilliant! Thank you. You should get back to brewing your Juris.
Should you chop the Didney or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Get it!
Dragon Dog! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I true.
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
A portrait in our common room wants to talk to you. It's Eldritch Diggory. He used to be the Minister for Magic, I think.
That was
Thanks to you. Wasn't precise. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew. Best be off. Next.
Revelio. Expelliarmus. Revelio. Revelio.
All of my relatives were. Every one of them.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldridge Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura Recruitment Program at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
I'll do whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased to have been right about you. My great niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
Can you tell me more about...
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who...
When were you the...
Over 100 years ago. 1733 to 1747, to be precise. The stories I could... I was in the midst of reforming Azkaban when my life was cut. I was sneezing sparks to the bitter end.
How could a few pages of a book help her soul?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great niece can tell you more.
I shall go and see her right...
Brilliant. I shall see you there, soon I hope.
Revelio. That's it. I'm making good progress with those tokens. Another house token for the house chest.
When I fell off my broom and broke 6 bones, they said they'd never seen Skeletor.
Clever! Peeves Escape's the best one ever!
Revelio.
I adore it. It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
I'm going to have to use Akit. Got it. Only 4 more to go. This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her. Accio! Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Osh.
Accio. That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida. Revelio. 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 Yes.
Have an answer as to why that portrait was
Any luck finding my diary?
Hello.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library. Now, to work out where, perhaps I should start brushing. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Revelio. 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 Revelio.
Please.
Revelio. 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 Expelliarmus!
Hello there. Please, come in. Let me know if you need help finding anything. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Revelio. Revelio.
Come now, don't be stingy.
Revelio. Revelio.
You certainly seem nonchalant about reanimating a corpse.
Revelio. Revelio.
Expelliarmus can disarm. But then what?
Revelio. 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 Revelio.
Ready for a little change in fashion, are we? Plenty to choose from here, so take your time.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
I told you not to go down that path.
Miss Peck from Brood and Peck said a customer lost a deeracle around here. I know we're not supposed to go down there. I just thought...
You could have got us in a lot of trouble.
I'm very sorry, Father. Ah, well, not meant to be. So I may have knocked over a dustbin back there.
Never mind, I'll fix it, as always.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Hello, be with you in a bit.
Revelio. 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 Lumos. Revelio. Accio. Lumos. Revelio. Accio.
I don't see why everyone...
Revelio.
Watch yourself, though. Let's have you leave here alive. Such a wee
Lumos.
bairn here a thrashing to a troll. Oh, I can't believe it.
It's a good thing we have auras, is all I'm saying.
Revelio. Accio. Lumos.
Come on inside. Oh, watch yourself, though. Let's have you leave here alive.
Revelio. Hello.
Oh, hello. Whew. Sorry I'm in a bit of a tizzy. I suppose it's my own fault for putting more than 4 to it. By the way, Beatrice, welcome to Dogweed and Deathcap. Oh, mind you don't knock. Oh, if there wasn't the constant demand for antidotes. Except, of course, for curses. And, well, mind you don't knock the mandrakes. Oh, if there's an uprooting, you'll be the next one to drop.
Someone died?
Aye. For...
I think I'll just have a look around.
Very well.
What do you have for sale?
Well, what say we show you some of what's available? Your things will be safe with me, till they're sold. Then you'll have to make do with money. Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far. Doors always open.
Revelio.
Sure to stop by soon.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Whoa. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. Your blood's on Ranrock's hands. Revelio. These rocks have seen better days. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Accio. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Reparo. Revelio. If only Professor Fig could have seen that. Revelio.
Feels like I've been at this for hours.
Revelio. 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 Accio. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned. Helen lives around.
Upper Hogsfield is being terrorised by Ranrock.
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont.
Nice to meet you.
My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them. Simply at my wit.
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, I won't go near them.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with...
Much as I would love to be rid of them. We should not.
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now. It seems as though things are getting worse.
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now.
Excuse me. Did you say something about...
I did. I don't think we've... I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardo. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with... He swore he'd be back in a fortnight.
I can certainly look out.
Any help would be appreciated. I can tell you that...
Revelio.
Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
I should investigate.
Welcome to Upper Hogsfield. Charming
Revelio. 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 Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
Madam Thistlewood. I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldritch believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an aura.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to Azkaban. It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes. At least that's what the portraits at Hogwarts suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared. Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne was sent to Azkaban based solely on Apollonia's spurious testimony.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now, but after spending time in Azkaban, she's a shadow of her former self. She won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust, and she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
What a horrible story. If you think I can help, I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery. Fortunately, being a retired Aura has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
I'd like to know more about Anne.
That poor soul never was the bright.
I half suspect Jackdaw and Apollonia were merely toying with her. Who could...
She's not held up well in Azkaban. In some ways, she blames me for not...
You said Jackdaw's ghost appeared briefly.
I have no idea. Evidently, he was always a bit restless. If I had to guess, he tired of Scotland and is...
Very well.
Steady yourself. Well, don't worry. I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment. That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place, but we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me. The Dementors won't harm us now. Still, be careful.
I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban for myself.
Nasty Dementors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
Careful around, Anne. She's been here a lot longer than the rest of them.
I had my way. I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you!
You don't scare me, young cur. They teach you so little of what you should know at Hogwarts.
That witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it.
Who's there? Why torment me further?
No one at school's going to believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Who's there? Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book. No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in Upper Hoggyfield.
Are you saying that the missing pages are in a cave near Upper Hogsfield?
Field, ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault in some ruins near Upper Hogsfield. I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Helen, know you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
뭐야?
You're hurt.
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
But Madam Thistlewood, All right. I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave. Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Looks intriguing. Incendio. Incendio. Protego. Stupefy. 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 Levioso. Incendio. Accio. Protego. Incendio. Levioso. Levioso. Incendio. Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Revelio. 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 This must be the place Anne told me about. No one's been here for ages. Incendio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. It's no wonder Anne never found that clue. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw? Accio. You'll not outfox me, Jackdaw. Accio. Revelio. You couldn't outwit me, Jackdaw. Now, where's the clue you left behind? A note from Jackdaw. Anne never found it. So how did he die? Was she to blame at all?
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. I heard you disappeared years ago. You have some explaining to do.
I do? That was my puzzle you solved. What are you doing here?
A retired aura, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from Peeves. And then Anne told me about a cave.
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. I had to go on without her. Probably best for her in the end. Dare I ask? How is she?
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. I fear the Dementors have taken an irreversible toll on her.
What? Azkaban? Oh, poor Anne. I had no idea. I thought she'd written me off. I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I came back here only recently. On a whim. I must speak to the aura you mentioned and see how I can help Anne.
I'm glad to hear it. Before you go, would I still be able to find the pages with the map Helen mentioned?
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. They're bound to be mouldering away with the rest of me. Tell you what, meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you precisely where to find them.
If you don't mind me asking...
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do find yourself in a cave, be...
How is it possible
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Found them on the floor outside the library where he discarded them.
Helen mentioned Apollonia Black. Did she set up...
Have you never met any members of the Black family? Once Anne showed an interest in me, Apollonia couldn't let it alone.
Thank you. I need to find...
I shall see you there.
Revelio. Revelio.
It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Crack Rock.
Be it upon your heads when our expectations take flight like thestrals. Be it upon your conscience. Great.
Incend. Revelio. Revelio.
Here I am, as good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. It would take the patience of a Hufflepuff to track down these pages.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks, a stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you. Revelio.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird bath. Adieu. Is that Latin? Or Greek?
Revelio. The waterfall. For a thief, Jack was surprisingly as good as his word. Revelio. 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 Incendio. Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Incendio! Something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags. There it is, just as Jackdaw described. Intramuros. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Ranrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding. Attack!
Leviosa. Protego. Stupid. Accio.
When are you going to give up?
Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me. Revelio. Revelio. I wonder how big this place is. Revelio. These fruits must have something to do with opening this door. I can shoot the symbol, but it doesn't stay lit for long. I need to light all three before they time out on me. Impressive. That must be where all this leads. Someone didn't want casual visitors down here. I wonder if any of my spells will help me through this. Revelio. Protego. Stupefy. Levioso. Stupefy. Accio. Incendio. I'm not gonna touch those. Ugh. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Protego. Stupefy. 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 Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Revelio. Revelio.
아, 잠깐.
Revelio. I wonder if I can move that platform somehow. Protego! Levioso! That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him. Accio! Revelio. Protego! Stupefy! Levioso! Another puzzle. Well, if Jackdaw could solve this, so can I. Revelio. Remarkable. Revelio. Revelio. untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
Revelio.
It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there.
Accio. Incendio.
Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this.
Stupid one. Levioso. Incendio. Revelio. Accio.
뭔 씨발 장난하니?
Accio. Levioso. Protego. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Revelio.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?
Revelio. Accio.
Revelio. Accio. That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw... loot, but there's no sign of him. Revelio. Accio. Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this. There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete. More spiders. These can't be what the hell are doing, Jack. Incendio. Potato. Stupefy. Levioso. Stupefy. Not my fault you're a deadly great spider. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Protego. Accio. Levioso. Stupefy. Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Protego. Stupefy. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Stupefy. Levioso. Accio. Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how the spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way. Revelio. I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be? I'll need to look around for the symbol. Revelio. Must be getting closer to Jackdaw's remains and those pages. We meet again, Richard Jackdaw. Thank you for keeping these pages safe all these years. Here it is. The map that brought your doom, Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this room?
뭐야, BGM 왜 이래?
Revelio. Protego. Stupefy. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Incendio. Accio. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
But that's unnerving. What's happening? I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section.
Revelio.
Where am I? Oh no, the room's starting to flood. How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this? I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here. What is this place?
can it be?
Huh?
Revelio. It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensives. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention, and might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic? Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic. We can access expressions of magic that few others can. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to discuss. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
I'm a bit confused, sir. Why is this room called the map chamber?
I assure you that all will be clear once the book has been placed on the pedestal.
The statues and carvings in the house on the cliff, sir.
I am.
Did you know that I would be here?
I cannot say more at present.
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
Revelio. I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
오, 존나 편하고. 이거지.
Revelio. I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book. Revelio.
You need to learn Depulso, the banishing charm. Useful for pushing objects or adversaries away. Complete the required tasks and meet me in my classroom.